it's Courtney. Hopefully you got outside and enjoyed some of the nice weather, because I sure did. I'm going to go back out and read after this too, okay? So we're here for April. April. This year is going by really quickly. And I am participating in 2 readathons this month. We have the spring semester of the Magical Readathon hosted by Book Roast, and also my first time participating in Old School April, which has a whole slew of hosts, including Kelsey at Slime and Slasher, who is always just a fun time, y'all. Just subscribe. And Cats and Novel Adventure, Fibro Artsy, just fun time overall. Okay, so I'm excited about that. So first we're going to talk about the Magical Readathon. Okay, so this is my second time participating. I was participating in fall of last year. So my name is Auntie Pooing Ting. My guild is Mind Walkers, and this time I am switching my calling from mathematician to heart keeper. That's a hard word to say. Hearth keeper. Basically, we're going to do some magic with food, okay? So for a hearth keeper, I have 4 prompts that I have to hit, okay? So I have Alchemy, a title with all capitals. And I actually have a few books for this that I want to read. So the first one is They All Fall Down, which I started already. And All Fall Down is basically about these people that go to this island all under mysterious circumstances, and then all these secrets about who they are start falling out. They think they're there to get some money from this guy that has died, and we'll see what happens. I definitely see a non or unreliable narrator already, but it's a fun time. I'm enjoying it. I also plan to read Lights Out, which is like the book of the hour on TikTok and whatnot. And Libby came through with one of those fast 7-day holds, so I need to get through it really quickly. So this is a dark romance. I guess you have some trauma nurse that wants to live out her fantasies, and you have this morally gray male characters. Fast-paced dark romance with a morally gray lead. Some themes and scenes may be disturbing for readers. I am here for that, okay? And this is actually the first book in a series, so I'm hoping it does not lead into a cliffhanger, because I'm gonna be pissed about that. Now, Zetas Will Die are about these sorority members that haven't been together in like 10 years, right? After one of them perished, right? So they get together at a party, and then someone else ends up dead. So it's a thriller suspense. So I'm guessing we're going to figure out that the other girl dying was not a coincidence. So we shall see what happens. Now, the last book that I am putting for this list, hopefully it comes through with Libby, is a book called Bloodguard. And it is a romance fantasy about a guy, I guess, who has lost everything. His family, friends, blah. So he volunteers to fight in some sort of, I think, gladiator tournament or something, and realizes that there is definitely still something more to fight for. And, you know, he meets this princess. In the kingdom built on secrets and lies, hope doesn't come cheap, nor will his ultimate revenge. I'm all for that. I love a good revenge story. And that is for Alchemy. Next is Spells and Incantation, words from the last book title. Okay, well, I'm already gonna prep this, okay? So I am going to read Blanche on the Lamb, which I've been hearing a lot about. So basically you have this housekeeper who works for these, you know, rich people, and then she gets stiff out of money, and then she has some check bounces, and so then she goes and runs away and goes to work for other people, and I guess a murder mystery comes up. So sounds like it's gonna be a fun time. And then you have Elemental Studies, a book with fruit on the cover. Okay, y'all, so this was a difficult time to find a book with fruit on the cover, because I kept coming back to Grady Hendrix, Southern Book Club Guide to Slaying a Vampire, and Twilight with the Apple. Neither one of those I'm trying to read, right? But I did finally come up with a book called Cut and Thirst, which was already actually on my Kindle list for, you know, a freebie book that I got. Blood and Thirst has a little bitty lime in a drink on the cover. That saved me there. So basically you have these three women that are professional academics, and I guess they get together and plot a murder for revenge because something happened to one of their co-workers back in the day. So we'll see what they come up with. I know it's gonna be juicy. And the last prompt I have is restoration. Read a book that has an average rating of 4 or more on book review sites like Storygraph, Goodreads, whatnot. And I chose The Offer. Now, The Offer is a follow-up to the book The Oath, you know, a why choose romance, okay? So The Offer follows the friend who gets to why choose her male, okay? So I'm excited about this follow-up book by T.M. Richardson. Gonna be a fun time. I'm actually going to buddy read this with Jaleesa at Reading Beyond the book cover. So it should be a good time. Let me know if you would like to join in the fun, okay? So that is the magical readathon for me. Now, next I am going to do old school April. You know, this is reading nostalgia stuff. Now, not only is it books, but it's also movies as well. And old school April is huge. This is my first time participating and I'm excited. Now, I am going to freelance this, okay? I'm going to mood read and I'm going to mood watch movies and stuff. So not necessarily following the prompts. And I'm definitely going to add on to this. This is just what I've come up with thus far. So for the books, I am going to be reading Blanche on the Lamb. Now, I know it's more of a modern book, but it is set in the 1960s, so I'm excited about that. You got that nostalgia aspect. And also I'm going to be reading some Beverly Jenkins, y'all, book called Vivid, okay? You basically have, I think it's set in like the 1890s, something like that. You have a black female doctor that goes to this small town, and you know, they're not trying to have female doctors in this little town, so they wanted to leave. But you know what? She stays and there's some romance. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Now, as far as movies, there's a whole slew to choose from, okay? So definitely Gremlins is on the list. May even check out the second one in there. The movie Heathers, oh my God. Oh, anything Winona Ryder is just awesome, okay? She was the it girl back in the day. So going to check out Heathers. You know, you got the girl cult, you know, the Mean Girl Club, popular girls in high school. That's a fun time. Jawbreakers is also another one of those old school ones for me that I really liked. And also gonna check out the Ghostbusters. You just gotta hit all of them in the mix, and you might as well just throw in the new one too. I've watched all these movies so many times. Dirty Dancing is definitely on my list there, and The Color Purple are all there. I need to check out the new Color Purple too. So that is my reading plans, subject to change or self-destruct at any time. So that's that. And in the midst of all of that, I am still completing my diamond painting here. Been working on my dragon, which works very well for the magical readathon because we are rescuing dragons if you're going with the full story, right? So I'm about half done because I have not been working on it. So you see Oldie coming to life, and then I still got, you know, this bottom. So my goal is to complete this all in April, okay? And then probably start another one if I can do that. And that's my plans. So let me know what your plans are for April, and if you have any recommendations. Okay, y'all, so please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you around. Bye, y'all.